Okay, hello everyone, this is Stevenson here, and I guess welcome back to another video here today. We're finally going to go ahead and continue through the side stories once again. We're going to continue on with the Trust Part 2, and also I'd like the time to say that, okay, sorry about the last part, when I didn't realize it wasn't even full resolution, but this time it is, I promise. Still, yeah, looking at the mail like the last time, this seems like some kind of lore stuff going on. I don't know. Like it's like this. It's like this weird org or some stuff called like the Metaverse or something like that. Yeah, the Metaverse Enterprise Solutions. Everlaster. Yeah, like what is this? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more. Maybe we'll get more in here when we complete the other side stories, right? So we've completed part 1 of Trust, so we're going to go ahead and complete part 2, and let's see how this goes. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on into this. Yes. Doki Leadership Club. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. Oh yeah, because probably Monica is just knowing, well, you know, Sayori's mental state, I guess. I guess that was like a peek at her mental state, what that was last time when Monica found those poems. Okay. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. What kind of club president is that? This whole time, I didn't think to ask about her own feelings. So much for the stupid vision. Sayori enters the club room with her usual smile. But upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Monica, is everything okay? I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Huh. What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need the most, right? But my problems are so trivial compared to yours. Sayori responds quickly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left my folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me. I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. Damn. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. Hey, you better bet your sweet buckins is. I don't know what the fuck I said there. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday, it was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy, so if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustrations of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friend. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. Yeah. Monica takes a deep breath. Did I read that? Yeah, I did. Okay, I understand that you don't want me to worry, and I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in the ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to Help it, Monica returns Sarah's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine. We have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, as you know. There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. Alrighty. I do a lot of writings, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need like some motivation. I never know where to start when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your own feelings and see what kinds of things it makes you think of. And then you could turn your feelings into a little story. You could get your feelings down first and then make it sound pretty later. It's not like building a railroad where you can go from one end to the other. It's more like collage, where you find all the things you want to put in and you arrange them in a pretty way. At least that's how I do it. It's not like it's the only way. Damn. Literally, it's just like put Sayori's personal issues off to the side and quite everything. Because literally Sayori doesn't want that. Because goddamn. But it's a really good way to not get stuck right at the beginning. I understand. Yeah, I always get so caught up in how it sounds that I forget what's actually important. If I gotta read properly. Monica pulls out a pen and paper to start writing on. Stop being a perfectionist, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Monica scribbles out, you idiot, after she writes it down. No, keep it. What? Why? Call me an idiot? Of course not. But the point is that you're not supposed to police your feelings, right? Be as dramatic as you want. But I was just, well, yeah. Underneath the scribble, Monica writes, you idiot. She stares at the paper. Her words stare back at her. It's kind of funny how I wrote down what I'm mad at myself for when and then I did the exact thing anyway. This is really gonna take some getting used to. I believe in you. Thanks, I do too. Me, I mean, but also you, of course. Monica continues the exercise, jotting down her thoughts. It's surprisingly quite a struggle to write about that overthinking it. But after a while, with Sarah's guidance and encouragement, Monica's sheet of paper begins to look fairly lively, prepared with all of her random thoughts. Monica looks up and down at her sheet. Gosh, I feel so tense looking at this. I hate it. But it's also kind of liberating. I could tell how hard you're trying. It makes me happy. I think you'll be good at writing poems. Don't give me too much credit. I'd have to try really, really hard at it. But I think it's something that I'll enjoy. With you, Sarah beams. I'll stop here, but we still have time. Let's try to work on a new flyer for the club. I won't be so picky about the language. Yeah, let's do it. Monica and Sarah proceed with their work. Damn, they're like true friends. Like, goddamn. Of course, in the main base game of the DDS say that, it says otherwise. With each passing day, the two of them become more confident in the club. Not solely from the recruitment planning, but from their vision as well. As their bond strengthens, so does the essence of the literature club. Finally, they begin to truly feel it's only a matter of time before they find more members. Alright. Another day passes. As usual, Monica is the first one to the club room. With her is a printout of the revised literature club flyer, complete with all the new ideas Monica and Sarah came up with. If only this was the flyer we gave to that one reading girl the other day. It's so much more attractive than the old one, but the new catchphrases were featured clearly in the center of the flyer, right away into your heart. Surely common sense would say that one writes from the heart, not into the heart. But the message being delivered is that one can use writing to discover themselves. Hopefully Monica and Sarah had thought that it would be enough to garner some curiosity from students. Why do I feel so tense looking at this? Monica thinks back to the previous meetings when she performed the writing exercise. Was I always this bad at expressing myself? How am I supposed to be president if I can't even demonstrate what the club is supposed to be about? The literature club is truly beginning to take form, but with that, the weight on Monica's shoulders only becomes heavier. Debate club was always about rigid structure, formulating all right, our tight points and counterpoints and delivering them with conviction. It was about the person on the outside. That's why Monica was so good at it. It existed entirely within the realm of comfort. It's suffocating. I need to break through this mental wall. I need to learn to express myself for real. Monica pulls out a sheet of paper and grabs her pen. She presses the tip of the pen firmly against the paper. But her hand doesn't move. Damn. Didn't know Monica had to go through a lot, creating a simple literature club that pretty soon all went to hell for one reason or another. Instead, a tiny blot of ink collects around the tip of her pen. Monica lifts her pen and stares at the little blotch. For some reason, she feels compelled to run her fingers across it. As she does so, the black ink smears across the paper, raining Monica's canvas. Ugh. Out of spite for herself, Monica presses her pen down once again, letting the ink collect. She recreates a second smear on the paper. Come on, Monica. Just move your hand. Monica writes, "This is what I get for seeking perfection. I stain." Whoa. A first poem of the side stories. Monica slides the paper away from her and puts her head down on the desk. Wow. The air conditioner seems louder today. I'm here. Hi. Monica hears Siri approach her desk, then stop for a second, probably reading the piece of paper. Then she sits down in the adjacent desk. Bad day? Damn. Me too. You too. The new flyer looks so good. You've been working so hard. On the club, but also something else, I think. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's so hard to just be vulnerable. So I takes the sheet of paper from Monica's desk. She writes something down, then stares at it for a while. Can I trust you? Of course. You can trust me with anything. Sarah gazes at Monica with sadness in her eyes. Understanding the signal, Monica takes the paper from Sarah's desk and reads it. Sometimes I want to die. The fuck? Sayori. This is really, really hard for me. Her voice shakes. So if I can do it, then you can too. Because you're like a million times better than me. That's completely not true. Sarah takes a deep breath, trying to steady herself. That's something about me that I've never told anyone before. Even now my head is like screaming at me to stop. Wait, you don't have to force yourself. I mean, just because of the promise yesterday. I want to. It just feels right. I mean, maybe it's part of the reason I came to this club in the first place. This is the literature club. I trust you more than I'm scared. At those words, Monica stands up. Sarah must have taken days to work up the courage for this. For Monica's own futile, but genuine efforts actually the push that Sarah needed. Sarah's deliberate breaths can be heard over the air conditioner. As she prepares herself to continue, Monica waits in gentle silence. I have this problem where I get really upset when people worry too much about me. I can't control it. It's like, why waste your energy worrying about me when you can just be happy instead? So I never tell anyone about these kinds of thoughts that I have. So much easier to just smile and help everyone else be happy. But that's terrible. That's what Monica wants to say, but she stops herself in fear of saying the wrong thing. It's just that if everyone knew about it, they wouldn't treat me the same anymore. Like whenever I'm not smiling, everyone would worry about me and ask me what's wrong. I know that because it used to be like that. Sarah pauses, seeming to recall something in the past. I just want everyone to be happy. That's the most important thing to me. And letting people look inside my head doesn't bring happiness to anyone. Sarah pauses again, her solemn expression making her look almost like an entirely different person. How did you find the courage to tell me this? You're not worried that I'll be one of those people too? I am worried. Part of me really hates myself for doing this, But another part of me, I think, just felt like it would be different this time. Whenever we talk about that, what the club is supposed to mean, I kept feeling like it was right for me to do. Especially after you've been trying so hard to express yourself too. It just made me feel like I could say it in confidence and our friendship doesn't have to change. It's so silly, the club is only 2 people, but it already means this much to me. Monica feels a tiny sensation in her heart. A feeling of connection as Sarah's emotions radiated between them. Me too. I was so lost until you showed up. So brave, Sarah, and you're so strong and brave, I don't even compare. Monica steps forward, but if nothing else, I can at least offer you some hug energy, if you'd like. Whoa. Wordlessly and without a smile, Sarah rests her forehead on Monica's shoulder. Through her contact, Monica can almost feel the torrent of thoughts swimming in Sarah's head. Like, whoa, this is actually kind of cool. Through their and in this moment, enchanted by the air of the club, Monica realizes that all of the days that have passed, this is the one where she really, really hopes that nobody new walks through the door. She speaks softly. You're like the sweetest girl I've ever met. You could say anything, I'll never judge you. I promise. Sarah's breath begins to quiver. She takes several deep breaths, trying as hard as she can to start speaking, to say things she never once dared to say out loud. Unless she speaks in a choked voice. I'm so worthless. I'm worthless and everyone would be better off without me. Whoa. She suppresses the sob as a tear falls down her cheek. I'm just an inconvenience to everyone. Damn. That's kind of messed. I'm not good at anything, and it just feels like everyone has to put up with me, and I hate it. The more Sarah speaks, the more she fails to control her voice, falling victim to the overwhelming sadness clutching at her throat and chest. I don't want to have these thoughts. I want them to go away, and now I'm making you put up with me, and I just want to die. As soon as Sarah loses her composure, Monica becomes determined to keep her own. Damn. Pretty heartfelt moment. She only wants to be what Suri needs right now, so she won't let any sadness show. Her voice comes through as soft and gentle. This isn't putting up with you, it's just being a friend. Monica offers a few words of comfort, but she knows, Suri said it to herself, that the thoughts of Sayori experiences are ones that don't belong. Yeah, you know for sure that people are definitely gonna take this and definitely go nuts with this on the internet. The whole shipping thing, and then the MC is just out of the conclusion at that point. And Monica can't magically make them go away. The most you can do is help Sarah battle them, like any good friend would do. You have so much value, Tony and your other friends too. This club wouldn't have been the same without you. I really mean that. You coming here was the best thing that could have happened. Even if we never got any other members, I would still be happy. That's what brought you here. You brought us a vision, and you also brought happiness. And that's your favorite thing to do, right? Sarah doesn't respond, but Monica feels her gently nod. No more words are needed between them. The two share their embrace for a while longer, Monica letting Sarah take as much time as she needs. Once her breath steadies and her sniffles fully cease, Sarah lifts her head and wipes her eyes. I guess I needed that. Some days are harder than others. Well, I'm here whenever you need me. But any other time, I'll make sure that things are the way they usually are. If that's what makes you happy. Thanks. You're the best. No, you are. The two exchange smiles. No, I'm sorry to bring this up all of a sudden, but have you considered talking to a professional? Sarah nods. It's scary, since it's already so hard to tell people. Yeah. Well, of course it will always be your choice, but if you're ever looking to find the courage for it, I could do my best to help you. Thanks. I think it helps knowing that you would. Sarah suddenly yawns and stretches. Oh, that made me tired and hungry. Well, I won't make you do any work today if you're not up for it. No, I want to. I mean, I could say that it's definitely one thing that makes me happy. Monica smiles, but I might want to get a snack first. All of a sudden, the sound of the door causes the two of them to turn their heads. The door opens halfway and then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think it's going in order. Yep, I think. Finish that, then you go to this. Yep, that's like. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go from this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, and you know, all the way to the bottom. So there's 6 like full side stories of 2 parts each, basically. Alright, so with that done, pictures. It probably unlocked a few CGs, hasn't it? Or 1, anyways. Yeah, not gonna lie. Pretty nice and well done. It's kind of cool. And also, yeah, it's kind of sad. Alright, so I guess, yeah, that's... Yeah, I guess that's that. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I guess, yeah, obviously the next video I will continue on to the understanding part 1, basically. And I think that's where it looks like, it's like more so between Sayori and Eri, it looks like. But anyways, yeah, I guess, that is all. And, I guess let me know what you guys thought about that in the comments, because holy shit. Well, for anyone watching, that is. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's all. I'll see you guys in the next one. You give this video a like if you want. It's really up to you. I'm personally just enjoying this. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, and yeah.